thousands of new marine species found in the Kavieng Lagoon. Air Niugini plans to extend flights to New Zealand. And first, 31 students enrol at the Arawa Nursing College.
This is National EMTV News with Lorraine Genia.
Thanks for joining us. This is Saturday's news. New species of marine life have been identified in the Kavieng Lagoon, New Ireland province, by French scientists. While the study is at its preliminary stage, there is potentially over 1,000 new species that have been discovered. This was revealed by National Fisheries College Principal Jeff Kinch. Sarah Alpong has more.
Kinch said 32 scientists came as a team under the French Natural Museum in 2014 and conducted a complete marine biodiversity survey of the Kavieng Lagoon.
Preliminary things are suggesting maybe 700 to 1,200 new species to be identified. There's one new crab species already being reported.
The scientists' visit was facilitated through the newly established Mariculture and Research Facility that is managed by the National Fisheries College. This is where the research facility is located, on Nango Island, about 5 minutes boat ride from the mainland. It took over 6 years to build. This year, another group of scientists have utilized the research facility.
This year we had a course run by the Bishop Museum out of Hawaii, and they had people all around the Pacific come, and they were looking at fish reproduction.
Currently, this facility is being taken care of by Peter Minimulu and his team. They have also started their own research, which aims at enhancing marine stocks that is on the National Fisheries Authority's priority list. Top of that list is the sea cucumber, but this facility is looking at a specific species.
Sandfish, we call him Poloturia scabra.
Apart from this, they are also researching unique clownfish that are found in the waters of Kavieng for potential trade in the ornamental fish industry.
Manlo slaka industry sa lekit mo rarest of all something we know gat one play gat or something so la looking at certain say 2-3 species lo yeah which me black and come up.
Sarah Aupong, National EMTV News, Kavieng.
Still in Kavieng, the National Fisheries College celebrated a milestone with the graduation of its first batch of aquaculture students. The Certificate 1 competency-based training is the first of its kind for the college and the country.
After a month of studies at the National Fisheries College in Kavieng, 20 students from around the country had an extra reason to celebrate this festive season as pioneer graduates of this basic level aquaculture course. Aquaculture is not new to PNG. Since its introduction over a decade ago, it has taken root not only in the coastal provinces but also in our Highlands provinces. But as far as formal recognized training goes, this is the first time a group of people are graduating with a Certificate 1 in aquaculture. This group of students who graduated yesterday represent the aquaculture industry either as model fish farmers or aquaculture extension officers in their provinces.
Post-harvest na assets inside the project or something where me no save look save, me look save inside this la training.
You know, some commercial fisheries operation where me play Kamloya, me play Lanim, so call him CFO. Na all Narbla me play Lani, me also post-harvest operations.
While the graduation itself was a small affair, for the college and the country, it represents a significant milestone in the industry.
Up in the Highlands, tribal women stopped because of fish farming. On Mama Obrogim, Susu no pigin and pigin me. Middle we help the pigin improve because of fish farming.
First Certificate 1 course paves the way now for us developing further courses and higher courses for aquaculture, and hopefully we can get that industry started, not only for like the food security aspects, also in the commercial sense.
Sarah Aupong, National EMTV News, Kavieng.
National flag carrier Air Niugini is planning to extend its flight services to New Zealand. This has been revealed by the company's Chief Executive Officer, Simon Fu. Fabian Hakelitz has more.
Air Niugini's future looks promising with plans to extend its international flight services to New Zealand. Mr. Fu told EMTV News he has met with Papua New Guinea's High Commissioner to New Zealand, providing updates on the tripartite codeshare agreement between Air Niugini, Solomon Airlines with Air Vanuatu, and is optimistic
that in future we'll be looking at flights to New Zealand through Vanuatu. Those flights will extend in the future if it's commercially viable to go from Vanuatu to New Zealand and back.
On the codeshare agreement, Air Niugini now has the right as operating carrier on the Port Moresby, Honiara and Vanuatu sector. Air Niugini's Focus 70 aircraft will be operating these sectors with certain seats blocked off or purchased by Air Vanuatu and Solomon Airlines as marketing carriers.
We see that as a first step going forward to open up more codeshare agreements with our neighboring countries.
The tripartite agreement is a positive step, strengthening trade and economic ties. However, Mr. Fu says the three parties' focus is to work together to benefit the Melanesian countries' aviation industry.
We also have to do that. As the bigger partner with Solomons and Air Vanuatu, we have to make some concessions.
Fabian Hakelitz, National EMTV News.
Papua New Guinea and the New Zealand Business Council have announced the appointment of a new executive team to strengthen trade and economic ties. The newly elected council will work closely with New Zealand Trade and Enterprise to identify opportunities for Papua New Guinean and New Zealand businesses to work more closely together across a number of industry sectors. Reg Managi, a senior executive with extensive business experience and connections in PNG and New Zealand, will lead the council as president. Supporting him in this role is Dr. Mia Komolong as vice president, Hubert Numano as secretary, and Eddie Ruha as treasurer. The autonomous region of Bougainville has launched the Improved Energy Access for Rural Communities project, a symbolic opening for other provinces of Papua New Guinea, West New Britain and Northern. This project aims to connect 5,000 households to electricity supply. It is also expected to provide employment opportunities and educational programs on gender, HIV and AIDS, financial literacy and electricity safety.
The Improved Energy Access for Rural Communities project was recently launched at Sorom Village in the Selau Suir constituency of North Bougainville. The project, co-financed by the New Zealand and Japanese governments, is in line with the Ramazon hydropower project, which covers Kokopau to Ramazon, then to Teruki. ABG's Selau constituency member Joseph Watawi thanked landowners for allowing development on their land without claiming any compensation on cash crops. He also thanked the stakeholders involved for their generosity in developing the autonomous region of Bougainville.
Thank you to New Zealand again. Thank you to ADB and thank you to JICA.
Asian Development Bank was proud to fund this project because it will create many benefits to locals who will also access electricity supply.
We'll work closely with the autonomous Bougainville government and PNG Power for the successful completion of this project on time.
The project is delivered in partnership with the PNG government, autonomous Bougainville government, Asian Development Bank, New Zealand and Japanese governments. Fabian Hakelitz, National EMTV News.
And in the news ahead, Arawa School of Nursing re-enrolling students for the 2016 academic year. Stay with us. Welcome back to the news. Now over to Lay. A survey on the level of financial knowledge among rural populations in Morbe and Madang, conducted by the Bank of Papua New Guinea and the Institute of National Affairs, have revealed that there is a lack of understanding on banking systems. It now recommends an improvement for customers' understanding with financial institutions' systems. BPNG's Assistant Governor Ellison Piddick says financial literacy is a mechanism encouraged in financial institutions to educate people.
Data of the one-year survey has indicated banking education, a mechanism that should be enhanced to ease complications people in rural areas face when accessing financial institutions. The changing time in technology has made it even difficult for older people in villages to understand banking.
To become aware and to become competent, it's very important for everyone to undergo financial literacy programs. They are livelihood training. They are different from the normal education system we go through.
Based on Madang and Morobes survey, it has indicated level of accessing financial systems is way lower than the average levels in other developing countries.
In the urban areas, you're seeing similar levels of financial inclusion and capacity as in the averages in other developing countries. But in the rural areas, the capacity and the inclusion is way below.
Bank of Papua New Guinea continues to encourage commercial banks and other financial institutions to promote financial literacy in rural areas. Colin Barilai, National EMTV News, Lae.
One of Papua New Guinea's premier schools of nursing used to be Arawa in the then North Solomons province. The nursing college ceased its programs because of the civil war that occurred on the island. The good news is Arawa will be re-enrolling students to undergo clinical nursing training. Fabian Hakalitz reports.
Arawa Nursing College was one of the premier educational institutions in Papua New Guinea, where many professionals were trained, some of whom are still serving the state today. It was located within the once well-established health facility, destroyed and burned down during the Bougainville Civil War. Part of the major plans was to rebuild the Arawa School of Nursing, and this dream has come true. And now scholarships for the first 31 students accepted for the Diploma in Nursing program has been secured. Arawa District Medical Officer Dr. Joe Veloci was delighted and announced the 2016 school calendar. School building and teaching aids have been secured, and lecturers will be rotating from Divanuad University. Arawa Nursing College will become the second location of the Divanuad University's Vunapope School of Nursing. Dr. Veloci said all other instructions have been sent to students with the acceptance letters. The 2016 academic year begins on February 15. Fabian Hakalitz, National EMTV News.
To the Southern Highlands province now, more than 23,000 people of Poroma and the Nipa Kutubu district have thanked their provincial government for delivering major impact projects over the last 3 years. And Governor William Powie says delivery of services is the administration's priority that will continue in future.
The impact projects delivered in Poroma of the Nipa Kutubu district over the last 3 years have changed the lives of many. Impact projects like road and infrastructure development and the upgrading of health facilities are some key areas where the Southern Highlands provincial government has prioritized in developing. For Southern Highlands province, major infrastructure development are currently underway. Education, on the other hand, has seen a major change with millions put into upgrade rundown facilities and build new ones. School uniforms were given to every child in the province, which is a small but significant boost to children and education. Last week, the Southern Highlands Governor William Powie was in Kapit Primary in Poroma to officiate the graduation. Governor Powie says for years Southern Highlands province has been neglected by poor leadership. However, he is keen on changing the province. He again made firm statements on his policies. Powie says the tradition of cash handouts will be changed to a new trend of project handouts. This will allow for services to reach all corners of Southern Highlands province.
Instead of giving money, nothing, you mean background people, this him cigarettes, they will get something. Now, community and background, me turn him long giving project handout instead of cash handout.
Instead of 3 years, Poroma, you come up in. Poroma station, you put in 4 million. Rwanda now station, now you come up Poroma station.
Now Kagoi looking light, now Nibatu you looking light. Road in the Savakonanga make amigo.
Other developments in the province include the drop in crime rates, where POWI announced the province is not going through a physical change, but a mindset change, bringing Southern Highlands forward. Stanley Over Jr., National MTV News.
It's an annual tradition at the Boma Prison to have visitors mix and mingle with inmates to share gifts and words of encouragement during the Christmas period. Commanding Officer Superintendent Kidi Keko believes this visitation program is vital for rehabilitation. Over the years, he has seen inmates inspired to genuinely make a change.
Rehabilitation is the cornerstone of any correctional service institution. Here at the Boma Correctional Service Prison, it is no different. Among its many rehabilitation programs, the Boma Prison allows for annual Christmas visitation from various individuals, church groups and corporate companies. This allows for inmates to interact, to share their experiences behind bars and also be inspired to make a change. CS Boma Commanding Officer Superintendent Kidi Keko is grateful for the effort put in by those who visit the inmates.
It's not only them, but there's many who are willing to come and have been coming this way. And I'm thankful to that for their gesture in coming this way to visit our friends in the prison.
He says it gives the prisoners a sense of belonging as they do not have the opportunity to be with their families during Christmas. The Boma Prison has over 600 prisoners and it is sometimes difficult to cater for all their needs. But such kind gestures from these good Samaritans have always helped to fill the void. Mickey Cavera, National MTV News.
Trukai Sports is up next with all the NSL action. Stay with us.
Trukai Sports.
Welcome to Trukai Sports. Now in the Telecom National Soccer League, frustrations boiled in the Round 5 match between PKA Rapatona and Gigera Laitepo after club owner Kisakiu Postman lost his temper over decisions made by referee David Yaraboinen. Both sides had players in brash challenges, with the match having to be suspended for 10 minutes in the second half.
Final round of the Telecom National Soccer League, and the weather kind enough in the skies. Rapatona made to chase early. Johnson Turia in his first start of the season, joining Michael Foster up front. But it was Joshua Oscar with the first chance for Rapatona. And when Patrick Isa sent a curling corner, Philip Stephen missed an incredible and rare opportunity to score. Gigera's July Elijah gave an incredible space as Rapatona's deep defensive line opened up. Frustrations boiling over as both teams continued to give away unnecessary penalties. And Gigera continued to make use of the space that Rapatona afforded them. Pattison Elijah almost opened from the counter-attack though, brilliantly laid on by captain Michael Foster. The match heading to a break after a lackluster first half. The second half pep talk working wonders for both teams, and Ian Yanum came close for Gigera 7 minutes in. An almost goal coming in dubious circumstances, which then had tempers raging. Both franchises furious at decisions given by referee David Yaraboinen. And July Elijah was set free soon after, only to lose composure at the last moment. Patrick Isa again featured in the second half as Michael Foster landed heavily on keeper Paul Peter. Multiple missed opportunities towards the dying stages of the match, the game ending in a 0-0 draw and leaving a sour taste to end 2015. Jeremy Moggy, National MTV Sports.
And in Leh, visiting team Admiralty FC this afternoon defeated Leh-based Besta United FC 3-0 in the National Soccer League Championships at the Sir Ignatius Kilage Stadium. Admiralty FC went into half-time leading rival Besta United 2-0. Admiralty FC dominated the first half when the team's number 13, Shane Sakel, scored their first goal in the 27th minute. The visitors kept the momentum going, with Lahai Williams scoring their second on the 44th minute. Lay-based Bester United struggled in the second half but were unable to score. Admiralty scored in the dying minutes to win the game 3-0. And that's Trukai Sports for tonight. Your weather details next.
Trukai Sports. Trukai Sports.
And we sincerely apologize as the weather information was not provided by the National Weather Service. But that's how it is this Saturday, the 19th of December 2015. I'm Lorraine Genya. Good night.